This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I have some of Jamie Moore's finest, not everyone, because we couldn't get everyone on today. And Jack couldn't actually make it because I think his girlfriend's on the laptop or something. Anyway, so I am joined by, to my left, top left, Akib. To my top left, below, Chantel. Carl Frampton to my right, and below me, Jamie Moore. I'll start with you, Jamie. So you've assembled this team, by the way.
Yeah, I tried to. I mean, Jack Harrow's back door down as he's had the laptop confiscated. So we'll have to get him on another time.
We've got enough fighters for us to do another one of these. So, Jamie, yeah, just to kind of recap, since obviously we last spoke, I know things are kind of creeping back to normality now, which is a bit of a relief for all your fighters and you.
Yeah, so we've got the only definite concrete one we've got in at the minute is Akib. He's on the 7th of August. Looking like Carl's going to be around about the middle. And then Chantel keeps rattling the cage for the Katie Taylor fight, which is the 22nd. So we'll see what happens. I think Pursoon looks like they've done a deal there now. So but I see a manager's not too happy about the deal. So if the bottom falls out of that one, then Chantel's going to come to the rescue.
Chantel, we spoke, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago about that possibility, but it seems now that Katie Taylor's fight with Pursoon has been confirmed by Eddie Hearn and Matchroom to happen. So were you hopeful or optimistic or not really?
To be fair, I didn't think it was going to happen, but I just get my hopes up.
You were getting your hopes up?
I didn't think the fight was going to happen. I was just trying to be positive, hoping it'll come through.
You had a lot of people banging the drum for you, didn't you?
I was quite shocked, to be fair.
We had a lot of support for people. If they couldn't see the Serrano fight or the Pursoon fight, it was you that they were chanting for. Probably got a bigger fan base than you realise, Chantel.
I think that's the excuse I was having. I've got no profile. People want that fight.
But you see, that's the thing, because at the end of the day, the way things run at the minute, if you want to fight, the best way to ask is on social media, isn't it? So Shan, she's a nice, quiet girl. She doesn't like to speak out too much, but at the end of the day, if she doesn't ask for the fight, it's probably never going to happen. So and probably if the situation wasn't as it is, where lockdown was in place and there was more options for Katie, then I wouldn't expect it to happen. It's probably a bit of too much of a risk for not a lot of reward, but I'm imagining that if it does happen, which is still a possibility, I think, then it's probably only under these circumstances.
How are you, Cole?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Wonderful. What's the look? Bit more of a fuller beard going on? Hair's growing?
Yeah. I'm not allowed to grow a beard when I'm at home. Well, I am allowed. I can do what I want, but the missus doesn't like that, so you know what that means. I grow it when I'm away a wee bit, and I've let the hair grow. I got a cut there last week, but I'm keeping it long.
It actually suits you to have longer hair, doesn't it? I think
so. I like it. Someone says,
do that thing what you've been doing. Where you sort of like Alan off the hangover.
Carl, Jamie's indicating there that there'll be a return in the summer for you. We're assuming it's not going to be kind of one of your marquee fights that you're targeting, but is it just a return to the ring for you?
Yeah, it's a fight. See, the Jamel Herring fight was kind of cancelled in for the 13th of June. Obviously, with everything that's going on, that didn't happen. So I'm hoping that fight will happen at some point, but it's important for me to keep busy and keep active and keep taking over. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And saying that, I can't be saying this fight is a takeover fight. I need to be taking it very seriously. And that's what I will be doing. I've been away for 6 weeks now, so I'm training hard and I'm in reasonable shape.
Any indication when we will know your next opponent?
I think tomorrow. I think tomorrow there might be an announcement. So depending on when you put this out, I don't know what.
Well, he's going out tomorrow, so.
Okay, so today then maybe.
Okay, I'll put it out in the morning just so it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Akib, obviously you're on the second fight camp show at Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Square Garden, which will be your 6th professional fight. But what an opportunity for you, because there's not many spaces in the whole fight camp.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for me. When we got given the fight, we had no real hesitation in taking the opportunity, because obviously being only 4 or 5 fights in, getting a chance to box live on Sky is massive, so we couldn't really turn it down.
You only turned professional, was it in March last year? Is that right?
Yeah.
So in that time, 5 fights, you pleased with that so far?
Yeah, very pleased. And saying that, I've already had 1 fight this year as well. So I'm spoiled, really. I'm getting 2 fights this year, and a lot of people haven't had any. So, yeah, I'm very lucky.
Have you seen much of Kane Baker?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of him, but I try not to watch too much, because at the end of the day, it's different when you get in there with someone, isn't it? Because he's never had someone like me in front of him either, so it'll be different on the night. So I'll try not to watch too much.
Jamie, what kind of talent is Akib?
I think anyone who's seen me speak about Akib knows how highly I rate him. And everyone who's been in there sparring with him or boxed him have all had, high praise for him. So obviously I don't want to put him on a pedestal too much, because that can affect you in a certain way. He's not the sort of who I think would bow to sort of praise like that and let it get to his head. But I mean, I rate him really highly. I've spoke about him. He's one of the sort of young kids I've ever seen in all the years I've been in boxing at this stage, moving forward, and I think he can go all the way. So I've no doubt about that, and that's why we've matched him tough. We've matched him tough from the get-go. Before his debut, me and Steve Wood had a conversation, and I said, listen, every now and again you get someone who needs to be moved along a little bit quicker and matched a bit tougher, because I don't want him to go backwards. I need him to be put in fights where even when he's even though he's probably going to win, take something from it and learn in the education process, rather than just get gifted, 15 knockover jobs where you don't learn. We wanted to make sure it was a good education, because we think that can go all the way. So that's what we've done. He has been matched, but he's come through with flying colours, and he's had a few little bumps in the road where he's been asked questions, which not a lot of people do in the first fight. So, he's got no stoppages on his record. That doesn't suggest that he's a puncher. But I know he punches harder than much more the calibre of his opposition, what he's been in with.
Here, I'll blow his trumpet more than Jamie. I think he can be a superstar. And the first time I seen him was when I sparred him, getting ready for Josh Warrington. And we wanted amateurs in, just because Josh is like, frantic style and very, very aggressive and his high output. And he was 17 the first time I sparred him, and I was a heavyweight world champion in the prime of my life, and thinking I'm going to mess about with a 17-year-old, and he filled me in like the first bar. That's the truth.
He didn't fill me in, but he was very competitive.
He's lying.
But we just knew, and I've had him in camp and stuff. We've had him in Vegas and Philly, and he's helped me a great deal since he teamed up with the boys in the gym. So he's got all the ability, and he doesn't have his head in the clouds as well, which is very important at that stage. He's only 20. I didn't turn pro until I was 22, and he's already far ahead of me. Like, as he is, like, I have high hopes for him.
I just want to get some clarity on this spar. Frampton just said there that he filled him in. Jamie, you said he's competitive. Akib, what are you saying? And Chantel, were you there? Did you watch it?
Carl's lying. He's been very generous there.
Listen, I'll tell you straight, Q. I'd never seen him until today. I just asked for an amateur. Yeah, I put pressure on Carl for 3 or 4 rounds, and Nige knew. And within a minute, I said to Nige, "Fucking, I'll lose this kid." Right? So it wasn't. He uphill climb by any stretch of the imagination, but it was very to and fro. And just that in itself, you think about that 7-year-old lad getting in there with a great world champion and giving it as good as he gets was fucking amazing. You know what I mean?
Jamie, your reception is cutting out a little bit, but I don't know if you want to just position yourself. Chantel, any indication to when you might be making a return?
None. So I was just trying to get on the August 22nd fight, but no indication or nothing.
Jamie, do you know anything more about when Chantel could be out?
Nothing. But I think there's been discussions, MTK discussions with promoters about getting her with promoter. So hopefully there'll be some news on that soon. But Chantel's mandatory for 2 world titles at 2 different weights. She's WBC mandatory at lightweight, light welterweight. So she's literally on the verge of a big fight anyway. It's just who it's going to be again. Maybe she's in that bracket where you're in the who needs her club. She's blasted through everyone she's come up against so far, and people are thinking, well, so it's a good job she's got MTK on board who are going to be able to provide them opportunities for, navigating into positions where she's getting them.
Carl, this period of time with no boxing, it hasn't really helped your situation out at all, has it? Because you kind of planned kind of the back end of your career now, and this has been put on hold, isn't it?
Well, it hasn't really helped anyone's situation out. So the thing is, people look at me and think and talk about the stage that I'm at in my career. The fight that I really want is the Jamel Herring fight, but he's a year and a half older than me, so if it hasn't helped me out, it certainly hasn't helped him out either. Saying that as well, I just had my last fight. I had 2 hand operations. The hands would have been ready, and they were ready for the fight if it had taken place in June. But it just gives them a bit more time to recover. But I'll be, whenever it comes, I'll be ready.
So just going from what you're saying there, when people refer to this as kind of the final period of your career, is that not correct to refer it to it as that?
Well, of course that's correct. It is the final period. It's hardly the start. You know what I mean? So I'd say this is the final period, but that doesn't mean I haven't got a figure set on how many fights I want to have, and I feel like I'm still enjoying it. I feel like I'm performing. According to testing and the results I've been doing in the institute, the Manchester Institute of Health and Performance, and I'm in good condition. So I'll keep going as long as I keep winning, and that's it.
Does Josh Warrington feature in this phase of your career?
Of course he does. So does Leo Santa Cruz. So does that. Big fights, mate. That's what I want. And obviously, this next fight won't be a massive fight because of the current situations. I don't think there is too many massive fights happening worldwide. I just want to keep winning, and if I win a world title in the 3rd division, imagine a rematch with Warrington. It would be a huge fight.
Jamie, just want to touch on some of your other fighters that are not obviously present in this interview.
Listen, Coog, I think we're going to have to do a 2nd edition of this because
we will do.
Nigel's got the right ump that he wants involved. He always needs it to be 90% about him. So because he's not involved, then we're probably going to do another one.
We could do another one with Jack and Rocky, Dave,
Martin, Dave, Sean McGoldrick, Stephen Ward.
Yeah, we'll definitely do another one. But the Dave Allen Huey Fury fight, Jamie. We thought there was a possibility of that going on that card if Taylor was going to fight her mandatory, but obviously that's not the case.
Yeah, no, it got put to us. Me and Dave spoke about it. Dave wanted it, so we said, yeah, we'll have it. There was the discussion about money. They got to the point where he was happy with it. But from my understanding, his matchroom felt like it wasn't the right time to do it. It's probably better to do it in arenas and stuff like that. So so it never sort of moved forward with it. But from my understanding, it was agreed on both sides. It was just Matchroom didn't decide to go ahead with it.
Jack Catterall?
Jack Catterall is the unluckiest man in boxing. Well, probably aside from Dylan White, who's been waiting longer than him, which is unbelievable. But Jack's over 18 months mandatory for the WBO title. And I understand it's only because of certain situations which is out of his hands. You've got Ramirez, he's got 2 world titles and 2 mandatories. Pistol's one of them, and he comes first before Jack. And then, obviously, all this kicked in, so it sort of put all that stuff on hold. It's just so frustrating for him, and I always say this about him. I've got to give him massive credit for the way he's conducted himself through it all, because that lad has not been out of the gym, keeping his tools sharp. He's not gone off the boil. He's just kept ticking over, waiting for his opportunity, because he knows if somebody turned around to him and gave him 5 or 6 weeks' notice, he'd be ready, and that could happen. And if he wasn't in a position to take it, he'd be kicking himself for the rest of his life. So I can't fault his dedication to the cause. And the shame of it is he's probably coming into his prime now. So if it keeps dragging on for another 6 or 12 months, it could affect him, and I don't want that to happen. I think there's talk of him hopefully going to fight for the interim title to keep him ticking over, which will be it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. And then maybe in a position to fight the winner of Ramirez and Pistol. Then
Martin Murray.
Martin he looked like he could get a fight in New York. He was talking in December about a potential fight in New York with a Kazakh. I can't remember his name. Super middleweight. Because Martin's never been able to get his visas to travel. So now he's got it. He's got the opportunity to maybe make his debut in America. I know it's the back end of his career, but he's still performing. He's still winning. So that was an option for him. And then obviously, like I say, all the restrictions kicked in, and that's been put on the back burner.
We will get the rest of your fighters on, but just touch on Rocky Fielding for me. What's his situation?
Rocky's he's in that position where he's achieved a lot in the sport. He's coming towards the tail end, similar to Carl, where he's 32 years old and he's waiting for a big fight or a big opportunity. He definitely likes the Ryder fight, and obviously John's looking for the Canelo fight, which is obviously he's looking forward. But that was a close fight between the two of them. They're both under Matchroom. They're both in situations where there's not big fights there for him, unless he can get the Canelo fight, which is, I don't think that's likely if Callum Smith's definitely saying he's available. So I like that fight for him. Also, Chavez, Rocky and Chavez have been doing a bit of social media to and fro, so that's maybe an option. But again, he's just treading water, just waiting for an opportunity.
Aki, the experience in this gym, I'm just listening, and obviously you must be learning so much from all these guys.
Yeah, definitely. It's massive. Obviously, in the gym as well, I'm learning loads. And then away from the gym as well, because like Carl said before, I've been abroad with Carl and Jamie and a few of the team to Philadelphia, Vegas. And yeah, Carl might have boxed like different styles, and I just enjoy trying to replicate the fighters he's fighting. So, sometimes I'll go on the back foot. I'm even trying to be at southpaw. I enjoy trying to replicate different styles and practicing them and learning and just adding more to my game. So it's massive.
Okay. Right. Before I let you all go, I just want you to list for me one fight that doesn't include yourselves that you want to see in the next 12 months. I'll start with Aki.
Chantel and Katie Taylor.
What a fight.
That's a proper teammate, that is. He could have said anything, and he said you and Taylor.
I know.
It was between that and Carl Frampton, Jamel Herring.
It's a right close-knit little family, this, isn't it, Chantel? Don't feel like you have to pick someone from the team.
Come back to me, I'm thinking.
Okay, Carl?
Jack and Ramirez, because he's been waiting so long. And just to go on to what Jamie said, mentally he's so strong. Like he's always in the gym. He doesn't really complain. Other people may have threw the head up and just said, "Fuck this, I'm out," but he's stuck at it, and yeah, I hope he gets his shot because he deserved it.
Jamie?
So no one from my gym?
No, don't pick anyone from your gym. I'll make it very easy for you because otherwise it's just like, you know, you could.
Okay. If one fight, what I would, aside from the one what everyone wants to see, which is AJ and Fury,
yeah,
the one I'd love to see outside that is Canelo and Callum Smith. I think Callum Smith could have a style which could give Canelo nightmares. So, and I know John Ryder pushed him close, and I think John Ryder's a solid fighter, and he fought out of his skin that night, and he could have gone either way. I've just got a feeling maybe Callum took him lightly and realised he was in with a fighter much better than he realised. And then once you're in that situation, it's hard to sort of bring yourself up again. So I'd love to see that fight, Callum Smith versus Canelo.
Do you think that Callum Smith causes Canelo more problems than Billy Joe Saunders would?
No. I think Billy Joe causes anyone fits. You know, Billy Joe's best asset is similar to Tyson Fury's in that he's really good at shutting you down at what you're good at. Whereas Callum Smith would bring more problems on the offense rather than defensively. Do you know what I mean? So I think his body punching would cause Canelo problems. His range. I think that little half step back and letting Canelo come into the shots. Although Canelo's really good at closing the range and his head movement's unbelievable. So I'm not saying Callum wins, but I just want to see the problems what he causes him. I was actually really looking forward to Billy Joe versus Canelo because he's always struggled with southpaws for me, Canelo. So I thought it would give him nightmares. But if that's out of the equation, then Callum Smith.
Back to Katie.
Oh, Days on the mind. Days on the mind.
I'm not going to even edit that out. Back to Chantel.
AJ versus Fury. I think Fury wins.
Ah, Chantel, I thought you were going to pick me against Barry McGuigan.
Listen, no one wants to see a mismatch. I think we can just have an appreciation moment for how fucking good looking our kid Fiaz is. What about it? It's like the Oldham De La Hoya.
There is shades of De La Hoya there, definitely.
100%. And he's a big ticket seller. All we need now is the next ring walk. When there's a crowd available, people are going to start throwing knickers and bras and all that. It's going to go.
Okay. Well, listen, Jamie, next week, get the rest of your team on and include, obviously, Nigel in that as well because I don't want to face Nigel.
No, that's it. Give him a bit of airtime. He's not been in Peaky Blinders for a bit, so we'll get him a bit of airtime.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, by the way, thanks for introducing me to Peaky Blinders. I was really late on the scene, as you know. I only watched it in lockdown. Yeah.
Hating it.
Absolutely. Okay, Akib, Chantel, Carl, Jamie, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Good to have you all on. And hopefully next time we're doing interviews, it's in person as things are starting to creep back to normality. Appreciate your time. Have a wonderful evening. Carl, we look forward to your news later on today. You know what I mean?
All right. Cheers, man.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.